actually thought about what your entire name means or what name represents the season of life that you're in right now? Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Letitia Iona and I am a faith-based women's life coach, and I teach women how to thrive, not just survive, in the midst of life's challenges. So this video is on name change. I went through a divorce back in August, and I decided to keep my married last name because I'm an elementary music teacher, and I did not want to explain to all of my students why my last name had changed. So I basically went from Mrs. Hamer to Miss Hamer, and most kids don't even realize that I took the R out. But I am in a transition season where I am moving from the home that I moved to after leaving my marriage. And you know, when you move, your address changes. You got to change your address on your driver's license, all of your documents, your bills, everything changes. And so as I'm just days away from moving to a new home, I've been thinking about what I'm going to change my name to. So my elementary music teaching job will end in May. I will not be continuing to work at the school that I'm at. And so I'm moving into everything else that I'm doing, playing piano at a church, onboarding and mentoring music teachers at the academy where I teach, and continuing my life coaching. So all of these transitions have led me to a bigger question. What does my name actually represent? What name actually represents who I am right now, as well as who I am becoming? So I thought about going back to my maiden name, which is Johnson, but honestly, I don't feel connected to that last name. My other option was going back to my children's last name, which is Ugweke, and that would be the easiest choice, but it would take a lot of legal documentation in order to do that. The other thing is, my son is 19, he'll be 20 in May, but he lives in California with his father. And then my daughter is 15, she'll be 16 next month, and she's in the 10th grade. So as far as schooling or anything like that where, you know, I have to put my name, I have to put her name, most of that's going to end in the next 2 years. And she's staying at the high school that she's at, so we shouldn't have any major issues. So what I have been calling myself online is Letitia Iona. Iona is my middle name. Now, I did a little digging about that last name, that my middle name being my last name. So I have known that my middle name is an island in Scotland. But I went a little deeper, and this is what I discovered. Iona, I-O-N-A, is a place. It is a small island off the coast of Scotland. But historically, it became a place where people would travel for spiritual renewal and healing. In the 6th century, a missionary by the name of Saint Columba built a monastery there. And for hundreds of years, people would literally journey to this island when they needed restoration, when they needed direction and healing in their lives. Isn't that amazing? And when I heard that, I just thought, wow, this is exactly the message that I want to portray in my life. Everything that I talk about is healing women, helping them when they feel emotionally uncomfortable in their relationships and their marriages, and also helping women to rebuild and also to find purpose in the midst of life's challenges. I have an upcoming podcast that is entitled Thriving in Purpose, and when I found out the meaning of my middle name at a deeper level, I was just amazed that it is literally a place that people would travel to gain restoration. So now I'm thinking about what I want my last name to be moving forward. I'm so much about legacy and leaving a strong legacy of what you represent, things that you've done. So as I'm going into this new chapter, I really think that Iona is the best choice. I'm still praying about it, and I want to ask, what do you think I should go back to? Should I go back to my maiden name, Johnson? Should I stay connected with my kids' last name, Ugweke, or should I just transition in May to turn my last name to Iona? See, names carry stories, and let me tell you, I have been using Iona probably through the entirety of my marriage, just knowing that things were probably not going to work out and just preparing myself. Now online I use Iona, but on my driver's license and all my personal documents it says Hamer. The real interesting thing is that when I got married, I was so excited for that last name. I was so excited to take that last name as my own. And I held it so dear and I was so proud of that last name. But this past year, after leaving my marriage and going through a divorce, I've had zero connection to that last name. It literally is just a name, and it's what the children call me. But now that I've discovered the deeper meaning behind Iona, I'm blown away and excited for what God has for me moving into this future of life coaching and writing and being an influencer. If you've ever gone through a season where you've had to rediscover who you are after something incredibly difficult, I'd love to hear your story in the comments. And if you're on your own healing journey, just remember that's what this channel is all about. If you like this video, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss a video. I post videos every Monday evening. Until next time, bye.